Rally Championship.
Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Sega Rally Championship 1995 on the Sega Saturn, and this has to be one of my favourite games of all time. Absolutely adore this. Fantastic to finally be able to play it in 60 Hz. So I'm going to pick Salika, and I've always actually wanted to own a Lancia Delta. I remember being in my early teens and going down London and seeing them doing the rounds, and fantastic little cars. Nevertheless, a bit Salika here, playing with the standard Sega Saturn Mark II controller. Not the steering wheel this time around. I have played this game before on an episode of the 4-Pinter. It was very enjoyable. Oh! To be fair, I'm not that far away from 4-Pinter this evening already, so... Oh, the look is so good. Playing so well now at 60 Hz. Really pleased with the Saturn now. Definitely got me thinking that in the future I'd like to get some more games for it. Probably going to have to sell a few bits to fund it, but we'll see what happens. Fly around the corner there, that's the helicopter. And there's the finish, just behind 11th place there. So I don't know how this is going to sound. I've actually got rid of the leather chair that was in here. So the capture setup has changed slightly once again. Microphone's on the floor, on the bin. So this is, as anything else, a test, I guess. But yeah, I tell you what, it flies along now. Really did get a watered down version of playing at 50 Hz. This is so much more enjoyable and on the edge of your seat excitement. Thoroughly recommended. I've spoken many times about the times I've played this in the arcades and the first time I've seen it. Surely was revolutionary, and I think for years after it came out, for years and years, it still was like one of the best arcade machines in terms of visual quality and drivability. It was way ahead of the curve compared to everything else that was out. Now, even I think, Virtual Racing and Daytona, as good as they were, it was Sega Rally that really made me say, wow, this is incredible. And this Saturn port, just so good, especially after the disappointment of the Daytona release on the Saturn. Although, to be fair, after playing that in 60 Hz, I find that pretty enjoyable as well. So managed to get through in 8th, not the best. Quite a tricky game to finish, this is. I believe I did it many years ago. But recent times I've come nowhere near Series 19 second on the clock. It's not looking like times on the side. But should do my best. Should listen, side left. Hitting the walls, never a good sign. I'm doing everything but the right manoeuvre. Far too much wall action. Yeah, this was just amazing in the arcades, 4-player link-up. So many times I'd go bowling or to the cinema and they'd have this and we'd play it. And just real nostalgic blast from the past. So unfortunately that's it. We've retired before the checkpoint. Game over once again. I'd like to thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll load some more videos soon. Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Daytona USA on the original Sega Saturn, and this is a game that I feel is heavily underrated. A lot of people prefer the second game, the sort of revised edition, the Special Championship edition. A lot of people see this a rushed launch title, and I can agree with what people are saying, but I still some sort of guilty pleasure about playing this game. The fact that it was available at home was monumental, was incredible, because this was such a brilliant arcade machine. I remember the first time seeing this, it was like the full cockpit. You sat inside of it and it was just mind blowing. I was already used to the 4 buttons on the dashboard to change the view, because that had been introduced with virtual racing, but Daytona was the next big step up. It wasn't just plain polygons, there were actually texture maps, and of course there was the damage, which at the time really made this game stand out from the crowd. So luckily I'm playing this again in glorious 60 Hz. It really makes a huge difference, it really does. Such a better game. I find lots to like here. I don't like the handling on the Special Championship Edition. It doesn't feel the same. This feels like the coin-op. Okay, there's some back pop and whatever else, but I don't think it really, detracts from the quality of the game. As you can see, we're in some trouble now on that 5 of 8. Hitting that wall has not been good. Not in colours, we've got various views. Lovely smooth transitions there. Oh, I've got to stop hitting that wall. So I would generally play the internal view. Also play for here on lap 7 of 8, in 18th place. Oh, that's not worked out well. And I've actually run out of time. That is not good. 26. God, do not pass go, do not collect £200. So, I think I'll have another go on a different track, to be honest, because that was a bit short-lived. Now, this is your day with the other champion. There's something satisfying about putting PPP in there. So we'll go arcade again, and this time around we'll choose the medium track. Please choose manual or automatic transmission. You are a lot better at choosing manual. I'm just lazy. Saturday night, I've had a few beers. Changing, steering's a bit too much for me. Changing gears is going to be a step too far. Here we go. And I think the standout thing about this game has to be the music. Even today, I'll never forget the words of Daytona. It's embedded in my brain. Oh, it's a shame that the track's on. There's always a lot of talk of secrets in these games. Being able to unlock certain tracks from different titles and all kinds of different Easter eggs. There was one, I believe, on the initial stage involving Jeffrey. I can't really remember what it was all about. Still looking good, I think, on the Saturn. Still looking like a nice, vibrant game. It's still fun. I think if you ignore the pop-up, then I really think it was pretty insignificant anyway. But I think if you ignore that, This game is available for next to nothing, certainly the Japanese release. Literally you can win it on 99p auctions, so no excuse not to have it really. If you like driving in any way, shape or form, you don't own this, I recommend picking it up. It's always a fun experience sticking this on for, you know, 15-20 minutes. Unfortunately, once again I've run out of time. Certainly need more practice. But there we go, I think I'll leave it there. That's Daytona on the Sega Saturn. Quality title. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll upload some more videos soon.